Uh, Today in this life, I want just teach you one thing, and I just want tell you what we are supposed to do and how we are supposed to go about things. You know, in this life, there's some people who will tell you a fact. There's some people who will just lie. There's some people who will come. In this life, so we depend on each other differently. And the only way on how we can just go about things, it's all about saying the fact, it's all about saying the truth. You see, in this life, everybody feels that he or she is free. Everybody, he or she feels that the world belongs to him or her. But let me tell you one thing. We have so much to learn about life. We have so much to learn about life. If you are able to understand and know what life is, then you will be able to know and understand where is the limit of you with your friends. And there's some other friends who can actually disappoint. We have some people who can disappoint. And in this point, we can do things that maybe we think we are hurting others, but in return, we are doing things that are elevating others to where they're supposed to be while we're remaining at the same point. I know you cannot get my point because you are struggling so much so that you can reach the destination by yourselves. So, in this life, we have five factors to learn. In this life, we have five factors to consider. What are we supposed to consider in life? What are we supposed to know about life? What are we supposed to know about this life, the life of tomorrow, and the life of our generations to come? This is what we are supposed to know. You must have five fingertips, and these things you must have them on your toes and on your hands. Includes one thing, you must hold a PhD. You know what holding a PhD means? Holding a PhD means you must be prayerful in this life. You see, you must be prayerful in this life. That's one. That is P. That's factor P. And when we go to factor H, you must be a hardworking man or woman, either a young one who is growing. You must be hardworking. That's factor B. And factor C, that is a paramount thing. It's D. Because I've said that we must consider the three PhDs, or the three factors. There are five, but I've only given three factors, which is PhD. One, you must be prayerful. You must believe in God first. Second, it's H, which you must be very, very, very hardworking. Thirdly, it's all about discipline, which is factor D. You must be disciplined. That is one of the most factors to consider when you are working on with this life. The added two factors are, you must know where you are needed and where you are not needed. Availability. That is factor number 6. Availability. You must know where you are needed and where you are not needed. You must know, okay, they usually say a good players knows the time to chip in and the time to chip out. So as a good player, you must know at what time am I supposed to score? At what time am I supposed to defend? At what time am I supposed to strike? That is a good player. And factor number 5, it's time. Time tells. Time is everything. Time tells. Time is everything. So, factor number 5, it's all about time. It's all about time. What does this time mean? you must consider what we call age. Because you can't tell me at your tender age or at your young age, eh, and at your elder age or at your grown-up age that you can do things that you did not do while you were young. Those things differ very, very, very much. I saw it very much important we discuss it here. What do you think you ever did at your childhood or at your tender age that you think you cannot do it right now? What do you think that at this age you can do that it was very much impossible you could do it at your tender age? What are those things? This is a free discussion. It's me and you, my viewer. This is a very free discussion whereby we have to discuss things, whereby we have to solve things, and whereby we have to know how to go about things. Because we are talking about the facts that we hold in life. I've only talked of 5 factors. Fact number 1, which it comprised of 3 main factors. It's PhD. You know, some people think that holding a PhD in life, you must study. No. There's those people who have not gone to school and they hold PhDs, my brother and sister. They hold a degree. Not a degree that they went into school to run for. No. It's all about a degree that they hold in life. Look for someone who is very, very, very disciplined, my brother. Look at someone who is very, very, very disciplined, my sister. That person has made a step. That person has just made a very, very, very big step. You see? That person is believing much in God. That person is very, very, very prayerful. That's factor P. Factor H, when you look at that person, is very hardworking, no matter the situations. That person is consistent. That person is very, very consistent. You know, a hardworking man is ever consistent. And another factor is D, which stands for discipline. You see, discipline. You must be very disciplined for you to proceed, for you to become a successful man or woman. You must be very disciplined. You see, those are one of the factors that we need to consider when we are talking about these things. And let me tell you, my brother and sister, this class that I'm taking you, nobody will come to teach you about these things. No. You can only find them here at Mark Media Kenya TV. And this is the only place where we can just discuss it and get it alleviated. This is the only place where you can get a free knowledge without going to class. And this is what we're discussing. My name is Presenter Rioba. I know most of the people have... Oh, I can see Rabul Badwaj is asking so many questions. Hi to you, my brother. Your second question says, are you from Uganda? No, I'm not from Uganda. I'm from Kenya. I'm from the country of Kasongo. Your fourth question says, do you eat dunk also? No, I don't eat dunk, brother. I don't eat the donkey. I only eat cow, beef. I only eat goat, sheep. We don't eat the whatevers. I'm a Christian, actually. I'm a Christian. I believe much in God. Yeah. I know you might be a Hinduism. That's good. Do you eat snakes? I don't eat snakes as well. I think Rabul Badwaj, your all questions are answered. Thank you for being engaged, my brother. In case you have any question, be free to ask. I'm here because of you. I'm here to answer you. The factors we have to consider in life. I think I've given all the factors that we have to consider in life. I've just given you 5 factors. One is time. Another one, the first one, it was all about the 3 PhDs. It's one but comprises of 3 factors that you must be in them. We pray cows. I am in Hindu. Oh, you are a Hindu. I understand. That's why I told you at first that you are a Hinduism. All right, that's something good. I have my brothers who are Hindus. right from India. I have my friends from India actually. I've ever been that place. Also in Kenya here, I have some of my friends. They have got big. They have got big. They have got what? They have got large wholesales here in our country. They also pray cows. I do visit them. They do put a red thing here, here. I don't know what it means. They usually smear a certain dot of blood here. I don't know what it means, brother. Yeah, but it's one sign of their worship. That's what they told me. Yeah, I've got a lot of friends, bro. Thank you. So another thing that I would wish to discuss about, it's about free lifestyle. It's all about free lifestyle. What does free lifestyle take? What does free lifestyle take? Yeah, you are free. Nobody is lecturing you on how you live. Nobody is lecturing you on what to do, at what time, or at which place. You see? But this is all about yourself. If you love yourself, you will always do things that are matching with what you want in life. So, this class that I'm taking you, nobody can ever class again. First, you need to understand what you need in life. That is one. You need to understand what you need in life. Second, you need to understand what does the community need for you to fit in that community, or what does a society need for you to fit in that society. Those are one of the factors that you have to consider when you are just living this crazy world. Actually, this is a crazy world where someone loves himself or herself, because most of the people love wealth. You see that? So I'm taking this time so that we can be at bar. I'm talking about these things so that we can rhyme. Do you love Indians? Yeah, I love Indians, bro. I've told you I have several friends. I love Indians actually. I love Indians very much. So we are continuing with our class. I was just responding to Bahul Badwaj. Yeah, I'm used to those names, so pronouncing them, it won't be a problem to me. It's Bahul Badwaj. I think that's how it's been supposed to be pronounced. So, if you consider these factors, that for you to fit in a certain society or in a certain community, you will realize that you have a very great impact in your society. Actually, you have a very great impact in your society. Let me tell you, you have a very good opportunity to make your society believe or trust in you. What do you need for society to trust you? What do you need for a society to believe in you? Or what do you need to grow in a society that does not want you? A society that does not in need of you. What do you need? These are the factors. They repeat themselves. One, you must be hardworking, because most of the people believe in money. You see, you must be a hardworking man or woman. That is one. Second, you must be very much disciplined, because what they usually say, for everything to become a success, for you to have friends inside the country, outside the country, you must be very disciplined. You see, and you must be very friendly. You see that? As we continue with our life, make sure you subscribe, you follow, you comment. In case you have a question, please let not that question bother you. Just ask it down the live chat. I just read it and I respond to you. You see, this is something that there's this kind of music that is growing very fast. Most of the communities, for example, when we go to Hindus, Indians, when we go to people living in Norway, when we go to people living in London, people living in United Kingdom, we go to people living in Spain. You see, when you try to look at those people, they don't share everything in common. Those are different societies and communities. We have people living in Africa. We have people living in Kenya. We have people living in Tanzania. We have Americans living in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, living in Nigeria. They have just pathways. They're trying to explore. You see? And we have also Kenyans, we also have Tanzanians, we have people also living outside the countries. We have people living in Nigeria, we have people living in Tanzania, we have people living in United States, we have people in India, we have people in Saudi Arabia. You see, those are different people in different communities, in different societies where they were not born. But for them to fit in those communities, for those people to fit in those societies, for those people to fit in those societies or in those communities, they must do what is regarding the communities. Because one great thing that people have to know, one great thing that people have to understand, it's respecting people's culture. Respecting people's culture can make you fit in that community or in that society. You get that? I think you understand. If you don't understand, then understand it now. Because I have never associated with Indians. I know what am I supposed to do for me to fit in Indians. Also in Africa, we have got so many sub-tribes. We have the Kikuyus, we have the Koreans, we have the Kalenjins, we have the Luos. But for we to fit in those societies, we must do according, or we must do as per their culture. You can't tell me that you want to live with the people in America and you don't follow the rules of America. That's very much impossible. You want to live in Kenya and you are breaking the laws of Kenyans or the law of Kenya as a country. That's very much impossible. That's why I told you what works much, what separates fats, it's respect, it's discipline, self-discipline first. You know, discipline starts with you. Discipline begins with you. You see, what do I mean by this? I have met with you at first. I've just decided to greet you. You did not respond to my greetings. That means you are already my enemy. But it does not mean that you are my enemy fully. It's because you have not get to know me better.
No, but
it's like you traveling from one place to another.
Okay, is it sounding logical that
for example, you live in a deserted area. In a deserted area, you have moved to a place that is grooved. For you to fit in that grooved area, for you to adapt that climate of a grooved area, you must be in that place, my brother. You must stay in that place for over 3 to 5 months. That maybe can keep you in touch with the climate, with the condition. I think you're understanding now, you are getting me clear. Because this class that I'm taking you, nobody will ever take you in these classes again. I've decided to come live because I want us to take this class. I want everybody to understand what it takes for you to fit in a certain place, community, country, or a village. You can't tell me now you want to visit people in Trans-Sahara. You go there with a car. Those people have got a lot of problem. That's a very deserted area. For you to be friendly with those people, you must go with what they need. At least you must help those people. That's why I tell you, if you want to be very friendly with a person, you must try to be in touch with he or she needs. But love for money has made us, we humans, to part ways. And another big problem that we have is racism. Racism is one of the biggest problem that we have. Racism. That is something that is killing us. That is what is killing us. Racism. I know most of the people knows what racism is. Color. I'm an African, right? You are a white person or a brownish people. Let me say the Western countries and the African countries. Like so unaenda hapo kwa downloads. Unaenda kwa downloads. So my brothers and sisters, ndugu zangu, kaka zangu, karibu tena. Welcome back. I had an internet connection problem. So I'm back. My internet disconnected me, but I'm actually back. For those who have been humble waiting for me to this live, thank you. I'm back again. I had an internet problem, so I'm back. We can just take from where we had left. I was addressing the issue of racism. That's what I was addressing, the issue of racism. But we have found that there's what we call mutual love. That love that is, how do we call it? It's a unpredictable love. Okay, love without an end. You see, that is what has just kept the African countries, the Western countries and the African countries growing so fast. So with that love, trust me, we can do something. With that love, we can do something. With that love, we can be at a better place. Because I have just decided to take my ticket traveling to a far country where I have no brother, I have no sister, I'm going to meet other people. But for me to be there, it will take me some other time for me to familiarize with those people. And for you to familiarize with the people, it needs energy, brother and sisters. It needs energy. It needs energy. It really needs energy. You know, nothing very much better or nothing worse like convincing someone to be your friend. More especially when somebody is black and the other one is brown. So it's very, very, very uneasy. That's why you find that somebody telling you, you are not my type. Who is your type if that person is not your type? Because you will find that that person is helping you even much better than the person of your type. Because one thing I've come to realize is, the person who is of your type, you two people can't advise anything actually. The only advices that you give each other is on how to spoil each other. You see? But you cannot give advices on how you can build up, because you already see yourself like you are at bar. You already see yourself that now, since we two, we are at bar, what can we advise each other even? There is nothing you can advise each other, because you see yourself that now you are at the same level. If you are a high class person, look for somebody who is a low class, and that one will help you grow very much better. If you are a high class, look for someone who is a low class, and if you are a low class, look for someone who is a high class or mid class, because at that point you can find that you are growing at a very good rate, because no despisement, no looking down upon each other, because in a manner that when I want to go up, I realize, where did I take this person from? Where did we started from scratch to the point where we are, my brothers and sisters. So for you to be at bar with your friends, for your life to move very smoothly, ensure that the person you are dealing with is not above you or less than you. Make sure that you balance the equation. You balance the equation. If you are at a high class, look for someone who is mid class or low class. If you are at a mid class, look for somebody who is high or low. But for those people who are in high class, I prefer that you take somebody who is a low class. Let me give you reasons as to why. Reason number one, this person who is low class will respect you. That is one. Secondly, this low class person will know on how to utilize what you have, because he or she has never owned that thing. He or she will fear to damage what you have, rather than she will ensure that you are multiplying what you have. You see? And these people who are high class will only think like, we are the same class. What can this guy advise me? She has no advice he or she can give me. So what you'll do is to despise each other. You'll always see yourself at the same level. You always see yourself at the bar. And when you see yourself at the bar, you will not progress. Trust me, you. Because this is a situation that I have ever been myself. Because I used to have my mates who we used to be in the same studio, but this is it came to happen a scenario whereby we were given a work to edit. So since these guys knew that they were more skilled in editing than me, they despised me. But I'm that kind of a person who knows something, but I'll pretend like I don't know. And that thing actually can put you a place. So at least you have learned something. If you know something and you are with your fellow people who you are doing the same thing, make sure that you pretend like you don't know, so that at least you can grab or learn what they have. Then after there, you sit back, relax, and enjoy. Wait until they tell you that, please, here we are making some errors. How can you help us? Now show them that maybe even what they were doing, they were wrong. And that's where you will realize that you are doing something great. And that's where you realize your absence towards the people. That's why I usually tell you guys, if you are identifying yourselves with the enemy, make sure that the enemy does not know the tactics or the techniques that you are using to live. This is very much touching to someone who has got brain, but it's very much disgusting to those people who don't have brain. Because I know the people who I'm talking with all have got brain, they will take the advices. This is a psychological class actually. This is a brain-cally class where you have to engage your ears, you have to engage your eyes and your brain as well. And for you to engage your brain and eyes, make sure that you don't go out of the class. Make sure that you are in the class consistently, because no day I'll miss live. I'll be coming live daily, though the time is very unscheduled. So let's come, let's learn something new, let's learn something about life, let's understand what life needs. Let's know what do we have to take in life. Let's know the techniques of how to live with people who don't want us. Let's learn the techniques of knowing how to live with people who value themselves much than others. Let's know on how to live in this life fairly. You may despise me today, but tomorrow you might find me somewhere greater than you. You may despise me today, but tomorrow you may find me somewhere greater than you. You see, let me give you a story. This is a true lively story. This is a true lively story. One day, I was in class with one of my friends. My friend was called Gabriel. You allow me name his name. This guy was called Gabriel. Gabriel was one of the brightest students in our class. Gabriel was one of the honored students in our class and in our school at large actually. That was in 2022 in my college, while I was in college. pursuing journalism and mass communication. So since this guy was very proud of being honored by teachers, students, the school dean, so this guy was overwhelmed. Alishikwa na kiburi. You see? This guy started bouncing at others. This guy started feeling very proud. He started feeling much better than the rest. So what happened one day, it was a Congress day, whereby it was the school dean was actually arranging for the meeting of the admitted students. So this guy was privileged. He was given a microphone. He was told to stand and preach. Apart from preaching, also this guy was told to give a speech. So when this guy was told to give a speech, oh my God, you know what this guy did? This guy was told to give a speech. What this guy did is, he gave a very good speech whereby every teacher, every person considered him and said, actually, that's why we wish I regard you as the best. But when came to analyzing the words and the speech that were given, this guy was very poor in speech giving. But remember, he was the brightest student and he was one of the most honored students in our class and in our school at large. But he failed because of a very small thing: injustice. Injustice failed him. Injustice failed him. Injustice failed him. Injustice failed this guy. Injustice failed this guy. This guy failed because of injustice. So, guys, in this life, we must know I think you understand what life is. If you can't understand what life is, then you need to ask and know. You need to ask and know. That is what life is. That is what life is. Life is very, very deep. So guys, what I told you is never, never, never despise someone. Never, never, never think that you are better than someone. Life gives chances. Life gives lessons. Life teaches us on how to live with other people. And that is what life needs. That is what life needs. Take everybody seriously. Take everybody as your brother and sister. But once that person fucked up, find a place in your heart to forgive that person, because you don't know what that person holds tomorrow. You don't know what that person have in future. That is the only message that I can give unto you guys. And I know that thing, it will be very much helpful in your life. And it will make you feel much better. There's something I want us to listen to. This is a story I voiced. This is a story I did. It was... Yeah, sindo nimefunga. Yeah, it's not fully closed.
Tarehe 7 mwezi wa 10 mwaka 2025 siku ya Jumanne, mbashara kutoka bunge la mwananchi maarufu kikao 045 kikiongozwa na spika wa wananchi Joseph Okecha Nyenda, msaidizi wake akiwa ni Mesha Kioge, huku mstaka subscribe ya Kenya. Saa moja ukundini majira jioni katikati mwa jiji la Kisii mnamo tarehe 7 mwezi wa 10 mwaka 2025 siku ya Jumanne, mbashara kutoka bunge la mwananchi maarufu kikao 045 kikiongozwa na spika wa wananchi Joseph Okecha Nyenda, msaidizi wake akiwa ni Mesha Kioge, huku mustakabali wa ratiba za bunge ukishikiliwa na Boni Monyenye, yote 9-10 ni mchanyato huu ukizidi kupamba moto na mizuki ikiwapanda wana Gen Z. Ghafla Befu anaonekana akijongea taratibu kwa mnyato na kujiunga kikaoni, huku hofu ikiwa imetanda usoni mwake japo kwa tabasamu la uoga. Hatimaye anashikwa na shauku ya kutoa maoni kuhusiana na mustakabali wa uongozi, lakini katika maoni yake anamtaja Rais William Samoei Ruto salale. Wanashtuka wanagenzi na kutega sikio ndii. Hatimaye kwa kukadiria tu, mzee huyu wa miaka 45 ajulikanaye kwa jina Karis Omari anataja tuta hapo, wanazua vurugu wana Gen Z na kutaka atokomezwe mahali hapo mara moja. Anatolewa kwa kunyatia kwato. Hatimaye anarudi mpangiliaji wa bunge Bwana Boni Monyenye na kuweka mambo sawa, huku akiwarai wana Gen Z kwenye bunge la wananchi, kila mtu ana haki na uhuru wa kutoa maoni yoyote yale, akikosoa, akiunga au kupinga. Nikiripoti kutoka Kisii, bunge la mwananchi, langu jina Nilioba Kohe.
Oh, I was doing a voiceover. You want to listen to it?
No. Nilikusikia tu kutoka huko.
Aje?
Si ukiongea?
Was I shouting?
Very much.
From inside here or
Si kutoka hapa?
from the voice or
Sijui ulikuwa unafanya nini, but nilikusikia the other side.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was speaking loud.
Very much.
No, there is something I wanted to show my viewers actually.
It's fine. See we meet tomorrow.
So you're leaving?
Of course. Yeah.
So can I keep you company as we...
No, I'm not heading that way. Nataka kufika my other office.
Oh.
I have another office.
Where?
Tutakuja kujua.
I'm eager to visit you there actually. Which office? Alright, we'll communicate. Thank you. So guys, I think it has been much, it has been hot, it has been good. You have listened to what I did the other time, and I think now you know what it takes, bro. Alright. So the class that I usually take you guys, nobody can ever take you to those classes. That's one we have agreed, and we are done with our live. And I don't know whether I can just put a full stop at that point, or I don't know, I go up to 1 hour. You give me suggestions, I know what to do. You give me suggestions so that I can know what to
Wakupe
do.
maoni kabisa.
Yeah, wanipe maoni.
Alafu
Unasema maoni?
maoni.
That's something great. Wamesema mtoe maoni. Wamesema mtoe maoni. Mtoe maoni how the life has been. Okay, you give your comments about the life experience, what you have learned at least, what has it helped you, and what have you understand about life. So they have said that you give us your views, you give us your views, you give us your views. That's what they have said. Give me, okay, is it me? Oh, give us your views, guys, so that we can know next time what we are supposed to talk about. Today we have talked about a fair life. We have talked about racism. We have talked about so many things. What do you need to fit in a certain society or community? We have also discussed about the 5 core factors of life. What does life need? Apart from that, we discussed about what else did we discuss about? What else did we discuss about?
Christianity.
We discussed about racism, right?
Racism, discipline.
Yeah, discipline. Those are one of the core factors that we talked about. So if you were in class, you learned something. Thank you very much for watching my YouTube channel, Mac Media Kenya TV, or Mr. Mac Media. So make sure you subscribe, you like, share, and comment. Make sure that you tune in our live daily basis as from any time that you find me live.
From people zaidi.
Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate this marks the end of the lesson of today. Let's take a short break in about 2 to 10 minutes because YouTube does not allow us to play songs. So I will just pause my live or cut the live so that I can begin the other live in the coming time. My brothers and sisters, I say I feel very, very special for you have tuned in. Thank you very much. Make sure you turn back again in the next live that we're going to begin in the next 30 to 10 minutes. Thank you very much for watching.